So basically, we're talking about integrating, what's the pitties?
Chloe.
Chloe into the
Lace.
pack. And you had mentioned that you had 6 of them out there and she started trying to engage in play. And you had a couple pack members that kind of tried to stifle her a little bit, shut her down. Okay, so that's not completely bad. I know you want her to play, but we already know she doesn't know. They sense that. So what you want to do is you want to intervene, okay, but you don't want to completely stop it. I mean, if you feel unsafe, always if you feel unsafe, because how you're feeling is going to reflect through the pack. But so like when I was in LA in the dog park, I had one of my best dogs was a female. She was a half rot, half red healer. I learned so much by watching her because she would go and inject herself into situations and bounce, bumped other dogs that were getting a little too squirrely and stuff like that. And I didn't let her just do her thing, but I watched. She was always on it quicker than I am. And so it's okay. They're kind of letting you know, hey, they're setting some boundaries. At the end of the day, you want to come in and inject yourself into the situation and let them know. So she's not just thinking, oh, well, you're in charge and you're in charge, but mom's not. So you learn a little bit, and when you see them acting, if it's unwarranted, like if she really wasn't doing anything, it was kind of mellow, and I'm assuming you're talking about the Malamute, she's the one that postured. If there was no reason for that, and it was just her kind of being a bully, just come in and give her a poke, and let her know it's not your job. I got this. So it's kind of a catch-22. You can learn by it, but on the same token, you're not letting them call the shots per se. If you felt okay with it, you just keep kind of intervening, okay? If the scenario was she was really worked up and they were doing it, then yes, I'd say, you know what, let's pull back a little bit, okay? But if she was trying to explore, and it's just, and you know these dogs' personalities, so with the Malamute, if it was just her kind of being, hey, I'm the boss, then you come in and say, boom, no, you're not. I am. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you know these dogs, obviously the ones that are off, the pack responds to them, reacts to them. Okay? That's why, initially they didn't trust him. He doesn't trust him, he doesn't trust him. There was other combinations that you had where they just didn't really trust their energy. Right?
Right.
And that's what it's about. So you're watching them and how they're responding, but on the same token, you're intervening. And at the end of the day, it's your call. Make sense?
Yes.
And remember we talked about, so let's say it's the dogo, Sam. If Sam's acting up, simply just put Sam on a leash. It's just like you got a bunch of kids out there and Bobby's getting a little too rough. You're like, Bobby, come over here, hold mommy's hand. You need to watch how things are supposed to be. And then give him another chance to get in there. And so you see, you're just constantly setting the boundary, and if they keep pushing it, pull them out, and then give them another chance. But you're trying to set the boundary before the unwanted behavior. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because where you start correcting repetitiously
Yes.
is going to be the boundary. So that's why when you see me out there, I'm just constantly going in and reminding them that I'm here, whether they're doing anything bad or not. So to help you understand the difference. So let's say with Sam, let's say he's just out of control, okay, and I keep reminding him, and he just keeps pushing it, then I'm going to go ahead and put him on a leash and walk through the pack, walk him around, and kind of show as I'm correcting other dogs, I'm just like with Chloe last week, I'm letting him see where I'm drawing the lines, because they're watching us. That's the beautiful thing about it. That's how they learn, you know what I mean? Now, let's say they're playing, he gets a little rough, and I come in and I correct him, and he kind of, whoa, and he bumps down. That's what we want. Then we don't have to pull him out. But if he's really not listening to us, you stop him, he stops for a second, then he's right back into level 10, wherever he's going at. Then you're like, okay, obviously you're not ready for this, so we're going to pull you back. Because if you have one that's out of control, that can set off a chain reaction. And absolutely right, with Chloe or any other dog for that matter, if they feel that we're not doing it, then they take it upon themselves to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So good. And always end on a good note, so it sounded like you did. So I want you to be careful, of course, but I think once you really get comfortable understanding where the line is and reading their body language and understanding where they're truly at, you'll be more confident and more relaxed while doing that, and less likely to pull them out and disengage them as quickly. So you're doing good. I mean, this is a whole new language you're learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So actually, you're coming along pretty quickly. So feel good about that.